morning, y'all. I have decided that I just need to be an adult and make sure that I have everything that I need to have in my life, especially in this version of America that we're in right now, this simulation. I just want to have all my paperwork. So I lost my social security card like, I don't know, years ago, like easy at this point, like a decade. And I've never needed like the physical copy really, but I just want to have it. I just want to have it in my possession. So I'm making a trip to the Social Security office today. I think I actually just walked too far that quick. Ah, well. Yeah. I'm bumping my gums and I missed my turn. And I'm already running like kind of close on time. But that's okay. Apparently, this is usually a pretty quick appointment. And I think I'm going to get one of those like cute like file things that keeps all your important files and documents. And maybe that'll help me with the responsibility of it all. I mean, I don't feel like I would lose it now. I think it's just good to have as much documentation as you can. And I don't want to be a fearmonger or scary, but yeah, it's just wild times that we're living in. And I want every bit of my identification in my possession. I need to also renew my passport. It hadn't been a priority because I don't have any international travel planned, but I'm gonna get that too, y'all, because you never know when we're gonna have to leave or want to leave or whatever. Okay, y'all, I finished with the Social Security office. I would say all in, like I walked out of the door at 11:59. So I was in there like almost exactly 40 minutes. Most of that time was waiting time. It was cool though. Walked in, there's like kiosks for you to check in at. Just say that you're there. I confirmed that I did have an appointment. So that was really quick. There was like no line to do that. And then the office was like full, but not super crowded. And I know people are at Social Security for different reasons. Like some people needed like award letters and things like that. So not everyone's waiting for the same thing, but I had a little ticket with my number on it. By the time the guy called me, like I really feel like I was at the window for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes max. Like most of my time was just waiting to be called. One thing that does help, I did have my form filled out already for like replacing my card. I had already filled out the application, and so he said that obviously made things a lot quicker. So I had an appointment. I came with my application already filled out, so he just like took my ID. I brought my birth certificate just in case, because sometimes it says like you need proof of citizenship or whatever. So I brought it, but he said he didn't need it. He took my ID, he took my application, he clicked on a computer, and then he printed me out a receipt. You don't have to pay for a replacement. So that was pretty painless, and I'm glad, because I was really thinking about not going because I just didn't feel like waiting. Like I just again had like the thought of sitting in the DMV, but it was not like that at all. In and out, and yeah, it was just like pretty chill in there overall. And then since I was already out, I decided to treat myself to a matcha for completing an adult task. And went and picked up a package from UPS, another adult task. So now I'm just sitting in the park. It's not as warm this week as it was last week, but it feels nice, and I've been walking, so I warmed up a little bit. So I have my matcha. I got I think this is vanilla cinnamon matcha from Treehouse. So it has vanilla, cinnamon, brown sugar. It's very yummy. And I did almond milk today. I'm just trying to figure out the right things in terms of food. Speaking of food, I ate one time yesterday, so we're not going to do that today. I haven't eaten yet, but it's just noon now. So I'm going to stay here for a little bit, and then I'm going to go home and eat something, because that wasn't good yesterday. But yeah, I feel good. I feel productive. The sun is out. I got a little outside time, getting some steps in. and getting to hear the fountain going. I hope that's calming you and not irritating you in the background. But yeah, good morning so far. Good morning, y'all. It's Tuesday, the next day, and I am getting ready to film. I don't want anything to get in the way of me filming. I'm really trying to step up on YouTube this year and like post really consistently, at least once a week. And I feel like I've always had reasons to make excuses. When I was working my full-time job, it was like, it's really hard to be able to do this and edit and like need more lotion to be able to. I'm using the Vaseline Cocoa Radiant. I love this. It's like a blast from the past, but I started using it again in the last few months, especially in the winter for like the dry skin. I've been using that and Fenty Skin, the body butter, and the Butter Drop body butter, but like, can you see? Almost time for a new one. But yeah, I'm really committed to filming and posting on YouTube once a week because I feel like I'm just meant to be a YouTube girl. Like the long form is my ultimate vibe, and so I'm gonna start treating TikTok like the funnel to that. Like I love the community that I've built on there. I've been able to get to like 19.4 thousand followers on there at the time of this video, so that's a blessing, not something I take for granted. Something I worked very hard for, so I'll continue to hang out with my TikTok peeps, but I really want to grow YouTube this year. I just think it's like the most stable platform, and I want to just yap, you know, like show more, talk more, deep dive a little bit, and you can't really do that just because of the attention span of the short form apps. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I already I put a little concealer on and like filled in my eyebrows, and I did a little bit of bronzer. I feel like I could maybe blend it in a little bit better. The bronzer. This has been a game changer though. Like with this say sun melt and the deep bronze, this is like my real first experience with bronzer, and it really does like level up your makeup. Like it looks a little bit more complete, I'll say, and I like the dimension that it gives my face and my makeup. Like I feel like I was just putting like foundation all over, which is fine, but I felt like my makeup was like feeling kind of flat to me, so it gives me a little bit of something. My allergies are acting up way too much for me to do like a full face of makeup too. Like I keep needing to blow my nose, so I don't have any like foundation on. I don't have any makeup on my nose. And this is not my blush brush, but we're gonna use it for now. I need to clean these anyway. Like desperately need to clean these. And this is the Danessa Myricks Blurring Blonde Powder Flush. It's like for face and lips, it's a blush, but I am gonna use that. It's kind of, the shade is Spice Latte, so it's kind of like a pinky brown, like peachy brown, but I love it. It's like adds such a beautiful touch of color to the face. Can y'all see that? I hope so. But yeah, we're just going for like natural, but a little put together just for the TikTok video, for talking to camera. Gonna give a little bit of an update on just like leaving my 9 to 5 and some experiences I've had in the last few months. I cannot believe, first of all, my birthday is in like 9 days. Yeah, May 7th. I'm so excited for that. Just like, you know, the fresh start of it all. I feel like I'm gonna have a pretty quiet, like chill birthday, but I'm excited for that. This is 34, I guess. But also May 6th will be 3 months since I like officially left my job. My last official day was February 6th. And I can't believe it's been 3 months almost. Like, where does the time go? But literally I hadn't been back to my job since Christmas break, since winter break. So it's kind of been longer than that since I've been away because I was on a leave. But officially 3 months. I have almost 20,000 followers on TikTok, and the bigger my audience grows, the harder it gets to post. Let me explain. Here's the thing nobody warned me about as a content creator. Growing your audience doesn't necessarily make showing up easier. For me, it's kind of done the opposite. There's this layer of second guessing that didn't exist when no one was watching. Overthinking captions, drafting and deleting, softening what I actually want to say. I think for a lot of us, especially if you grew up being the responsible one or you were trained to be useful instead of seen, being visible doesn't feel exciting. It feels exposing. So we shrink without even noticing that we're doing it. So I've been doing this thing that I'm calling visibility reps, and it's grounded in the idea that being seen isn't a personality trait, that it's a muscle. And you don't build it by waiting until you feel ready. You build it by posting the slightly too honest version, by showing up today, even uncomfortable. That is a rep. The fear doesn't go away, but your tolerance for it grows. Full video on YouTube. I went deeper there. The link's in my bio, and new videos will be posted every Thursday. Love you. Later. Hey y'all, I don't know what day I'm on in this vlog. I just wanted to check in because I got some exciting news. So I think I've said on here before, but I got a part-time job like in the last month or so at a massage studio, a front desk, just a couple days a week. And it's nice just to have like something to do, people to interact with, like a place to go while I'm figuring out next steps. But then also obviously a little spending money coming in. Any cash is good cash right now. And on top of that, I've been working on like some freelance stuff, social media operation stuff that I want to do, and like starting my own business and having things kind of fall under that. And so at the massage studio that I'm working at, when I interviewed with her, we talked about that as a possibility, just as like another skill set of mine. So it's been a few weeks now. And we sort of revisited that conversation about like social media and helping her out with that. So we decided on like a cadence and an amount, and we kind of went back and forth a little bit, just like sharing ideas and both of our visions for like how to move forward. And she gave me a yes this morning, so I'm excited. It's like my first official social media client. I've managed social media for like myself and my own content, but for my church, on and off for the last, I don't know, decade. For the podcast I had with my sister, for my mom's business and organization. And so I'm excited to have like an official client say yes and to add her to my resume and book. And yeah, so I'm just excited. That makes me excited going into work today, that we've had that conversation, that we're gonna talk more about it, and just to see where it goes. And it's kind of the heart of my business for me to work with women-owned and Black-owned businesses, and just like that sort of mission-minded business entity. And yeah, so just like a good way to start my day. And yeah, I want to talk more on here about like all that I'm learning and the things that I've been doing, the steps I've been taking in that regard. But I feel like I need to like sit down and do a like catch-up video, talking to camera, like just that, like not a vlog, and just sit and kind of unpack what I've learned in the last few months, because it's been a lot of learning in the last few months, quite a bit of learning. And yeah, just the thought of like pivoting. And I filmed a video yesterday. I didn't post it to TikTok yet, but it's probably up by the time I'm sharing this, that like when you're pivoting or doing a new thing or whatever, like there's this version of you that you've been holding in your mind for a long time, but it's being able to articulate that to someone else when the experience that you've had so far isn't totally reflective of that. Like you've had elements of it, but I've not like worked as a social media manager or whatever. For example, for the last 10 years, I've been a social worker. So like being able to help someone understand who you are and the vision of yourself that you hold in your mind is also its own unique skill set. So yeah, it's a trip, but I need to finish getting ready and go to work. But I wanted to just like stop and say that while that thought was in my mind. But yeah, exciting news and exciting things on the way. I'm really blushed out today. I've been loving, CoverGirl sent me like these little blush balm sticks, and a little goes a long way. I'll probably put too big of a like little swipe, but I love it. I feel like I definitely am in my like blush blindness era. It makes me feel so like girly, like I'm painting my face. So maybe there's a little blush blindness, but I don't care, you know? Will I look back on this in a year and be like, girl, why did you have on so much blush? Maybe, but it's making me happy right now. I'm drinking my chai, mostly dressed. Thankfully, I get to dress also really comfortably for work. I did some steps on the walking pad this morning. I think I got like over 3,000 steps, like maybe halfway to 4,000, because then I should get quite a bit more just like going to work, commuting and getting home and moving around at work. But I also do sit quite a bit, so I'm just trying to be mindful of that. I remember hearing in the last few years, and it's sort of stuck with me, like in terms of Americans and just Western society, I guess in general, like that sitting is the new smoking, and we don't have time for that. Thankfully, it was raining this morning, but thankfully it's like the sun's trying to peek out, so it's still chilly, very windy, but thankfully it won't be raining on my way to work. I'm gonna have to grab something for lunch out today because I don't really have anything here. So I really do need to get up and get moving. There's a quietness to seasons like this one. Not empty, just open, like I'm in between chapters and the space in between is softer than I ever expected it to be. I gotta be honest though, the spa music is doing something to me. Like I am so sleepy, I'm fighting for my life during this shift. But there's something about this part-time job right now, like being at the front desk, putting things away, where I feel genuinely at peace, which is wild because my whole life is in flux and in transition right now. But I'm learning that maybe that's the thing. Sometimes the in-between is exactly where you need to be, and I didn't know that becoming could feel this still, but I'm so grateful. A couple weeks ago, I ordered from Alex L's new tea line called Lineage Tea, and it just came in the mail, and I'm so excited. I started to unbox it, and then I was like, wait, I need to pick up my phone and record this. First of all, the note card is so intentional and so sweet. It was just nice to like see this first when you open the box. Presence is a practice, such a beautiful reminder. I feel like I'm going to keep this card. And then on the back it says, tea is ancestral, incense are sacred, thank you for being a part of our lineage. How beautiful is that? And then let's open the tea. I'm so excited. I just got it open. How beautiful. It's called Candy Yams, and the beautiful logo. Yeah, so it's Candy Yams. It has rooibos, cinnamon, cloves, ginger, nutmeg, vanilla, freeze-dried sweet potatoes, and freeze-dried marshmallows. Yeah, that's going to be really good. And it gives you directions. Oh, so beautiful. I love this so much. Let's see if I can get it open. That smells amazing. Oh my god, I can't wait to have this.
Welcome to the Mr. Love Bomb Tour, man. My
morning, y'all. Happy Monday. I look like this. I am doing my hair so I can film a little bit of content and just be ready for the day. All I've done so far this morning is eat breakfast and watch a couple sermons by Pastor Darius Daniels. Definitely check him out. Definitely recommend checking him out if that's your thing. Just like really practical, helpful sermons, but got a couple of those in. I'm finishing the second one that I was watching now. He's doing a series called Humanology that has been really good so far. But I'm gonna get ready for the day. Hit this hair with a flat iron. I do want to wash it this week, but I feel like that's not gonna happen today. It'll probably happen later in the week. What a weekend, jam-packed. Friday afternoon, I took a walk with my sister when she got off of work, so that was nice. It was like windy Friday, but we still had a good time, and we just dressed a little bit warmer. It was pouring Saturday. It rained like all day, but we went and like grabbed brunch and coffee and then hung out inside and had like a little pizza date night. I made like pizza for us. I ordered some like dough from Whole Foods and did the whole thing. It turned out really good. I didn't really like film it because it was date night, you know, so that was cute. And then Sunday, my sister and Sunday I went to church in the morning. Actually, 2 services. I went to church in the morning, and then my mom was a guest speaker at another service in Jersey City, so I went to that. And then I came home and like ate and rested for a few hours because Maya and my sister went to errands concert, and that was amazing. He was so good. Like, I went into it only knowing like some of his songs. I definitely listened to his most recent album a couple times, so I knew some of the songs, but not like the way I like to know songs when I go to concerts, like word for word, bar for bar. But he was so good. Like, definitely a really good show. I feel like he has, not that I like wasn't some version of a fan before, but like maybe like a very light fan or like just generally interested in what he had going on, but maybe not a fan yet. I'm definitely a fan just like of seeing him perform. His energy, he was funny. Like, this is just gonna be like a guy singing at a microphone stand, but he really brought like a really cool energy. And we had a really good time out late on a Sunday night, which not crazy late. Like, thankfully the public transportation worked in our favor. We ended up getting back, I got back home by like 10, just before 10:30. And the concert, they opened the doors at like 7. He didn't go on until almost 8, so not bad. Like, honestly, we got back from the city pretty smoothly, so grateful for that. But I'm definitely feeling it today, just like tired, a lot of walking. It was like standing only, so it was worth it for the men's. We had a really good time, I'm glad. And then I knew that like I don't work on Mondays, so I knew that I would basically get to chill today, so that was nice. I'm gonna come back when I finish curling my hair because I'm kind of figuring out what I'm doing right now.
Spiritual formation, as God intended, doesn't just make things better, it makes things new. And why would you settle for better when new is available? Am I talking to anyone who has an appetite for more than simple modification, but you got an appetite for complete transformation? I don't want just a better relationship. God, give me a new one. I don't want just a better mind. Give me a new one. I don't want just better peace. Give me new peace. I don't want just better focus. Give me new focus. And I pray over you a prophetic proclamation captured by Isaiah in the Old Testament when he says these words: forget the former things, do not dwell on the past, see or behold, I'm doing a new thing, now it springs up, do you not perceive it? God, I pray that you would push us into a season called new.
Just had to come back and show y'all that I'm cute, that it came together.